Are you living or are you simply existing? So, this concept of living fully is one that I've really been leaning into for the last 3 or 4 years. Um, One reason is because as you mature, right, as you're on this earth for a longer period of time, you realize just how quickly time flies. And so, I want to be intentional with the time that God has gifted me. And so I just lost my grandmother, and um, this actually reinforced what I've been leaning into for the last few years. And so I want to encourage you to live fully. If you are depressed, if you are struggling with anxiety, if you are in a toxic relationship, if you are on a job that you hate going to every day, I want to challenge you to fix that. I want to challenge you to change that. And I want to challenge you to set the intention of living the life that you were placed on this earth to live. A lot of times, people pretend that they're happy to the extent that they begin to fool themselves. And you're only hurting yourself when you do that. Like, I know what it feels like to wear the mask of happiness, to wear the mask of joy, the mask of confidence. Everybody around me thinks I'm doing well. Everyone around me thinks I'm happy. But on the inside, I'm crumbling. But I'm literally depressed. Like, I'm walking around, I'm dressed up, I'm looking good, but my life is falling apart. And I'm wondering, like, why am I having to deal with this? Why am I going through this? And I had to come to the decision to first be happy for me, right? And that meant doing things that I want to do. It meant that I had to really pull back from people pleasing. I had to really figure out what I valued and figure out what I was doing only because I wanted to make other people happy. See, there's always going to be somebody who needs you, right? There always is going to be somebody who needs something from you, but you also need you. There's always going to be people pulling on you, people asking you to do things, but you've got to get to a point where you value you and you value your time enough to say no. You got to get to a place where you literally pursue peace and happiness. Like, you pursue it with everything you got. You're intentional about it. When you make a decision, you're leaning into, like, is this going to throw me into overwhelm? Is this going to stress me out? Will I enjoy this? Or am I just doing this because I don't want this person to feel like I'm selfish? And so I want to challenge you to love on you. I want to challenge you to take care of you. I want to challenge you to figure out what it is that you want for you. What you want for you. What do you need in order for you to live a life of peace, of joy, of happiness, of fulfillment? Like, do you need a career change? Do you need to move? Like, do you need a hobby? Do you need to connect with some other people? Get a friendship circle? Like, what is it that you need? Do you need to take more walks? Like, what is it that you need? Sometimes we're so focused on the needs of others that we totally neglect our needs. And that is not fair to us. Self-neglect is not fair to you. So you gotta set boundaries. You are human. You get weary. You can break down, right? You need personal time. You need rest. And you've got to protect your peace. So you can't give what you don't have. And today I want you to make a decision that you are going to live. Like, you're not just going to exist. You're not going to be frustrated. You're not going to be overwhelmed. You're not going to struggle with anxiety. You're not going to struggle with depression. You're not going to struggle with suicidal ideation. Yes, I said it. You are going to live. Make that commitment to yourself today and live fully with intention. Until next time, take care.